Hi, I'm Steve Marcus, the manager of Line Powersports and Indian Motorcycle here in Muncy. Today I'd like to go over the 1500 XD Ranger that we have here. We have several models in stock, but today I'd like to go over a few differences about each one of these. So we're going to start with the two-door. This is the XD 1500 Ranger two-door North Star Ultimate. This one we've equipped with aftermarket wheels. These are 32-inch versus 30-inch, which are stock. This is also equipped with bead locks. The paint job on these is very professional. It's done in this is the Sunset Red. So the 1500 boasts a 3500 towing capability, and depending on the model and configuration, up to 2100 pounds inside the bed. Now that would be a non-cab crew model, and it steps down whether it's a crew or a two-door. So continuing around, the North Star comes with a glass back panel, a reverse light, and a cargo light, which can be operated manually, or when you put the vehicle in reverse, the light will come on. That's new for the XD. That wasn't available on the normal Ranger North Stars, even the Trail Boss. The bed has the lock and ride system built into it. It's called the Lock and Ride Max for the XD. It has different varying configurations. You can put a headache rack on this, which actually attaches to the cab, which is winch ready. So if you want to put a winch on the back of it, it relocates the light. It has a headache rack to protect the glass, and you can winch up heavy objects, whether it be for work or big game. It'll allow you to pull whatever you need to pull up into the bed of this unit. We'll go around the front. So the bumper on the Ultimate includes the tow hooks, and also with this unit the upper guard on the bumper. Auxiliary lighting, and this port right here is your trickle charger, which is new for being on the exterior. They just started doing that in 24. The tip out windshield is standard on all Ultimate models. On the Premium, it's a fixed windshield. On the non-cab version, there's no windshield or no back panel, no doors, obviously. So those will all be added afterwards. All right, let's take a look at the inside. So all XD 1500s have the same mechanical functions, whether it be a non-cab or a North Star. So the drive modes, which is this switch, and also the tow haul button when you push it, are standard on all models. The locking differential and selector for all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive and turf mode are on here. These two switches here are your auxiliary light here and your bed dump. This has a hydraulic bed dump, which is standard on the North Star models and not standard on the cab model. So when you operate the switch for the lift bed, it's hydraulically lifted, and the ram on that is extremely heavy duty, as you can see. And then when you lower it, and you can stop it anywhere in between. The North Star comes with so much more amenities than the non-cab model, mostly in the way of electronics. You get power windows, obviously, because you have doors on this, hard doors, and the ride command, air conditioning, your winch controls, and also your wiper. So on the ride command, there's different functions. They're all controlled by these buttons here. You have a navigation screen, you have a music screen, and you can select through different possible sources of your music, Bluetooth, an iPod or USB connection, or AM/FM radio. Also available on the Northstar are heated seats. You get this on the premium, or on the Ultimate models. The premium does not have it because it doesn't have a ride command. But this screen here gives you where your seat heat. Adjustments for lighting, adjustments for gauges, which are totally interchangeable, and you can make them personalized to your preferences. Cameras, this has front and rear cameras. It also has a game cam, which you can plug your USB cable in and watch what's on your game camera. Quite useful if you're traveling trails looking at game and trying to get an idea of what's moving where. Pair your phone, help alerts. Also in here is your all settings, and this tells you about your machine, tells you the software version of it, how many miles are on it, when your next service is due. And we'll get a little bit into the service part of this machine in a minute. But you can change things on your Ranger. It's got a lockout, engine lockout, so that someone, even if they had the key, left the key in it, they couldn't steal the machine. Plow control, which is popular with people who plow with these. When you put the vehicle in drive, it lowers the plow. When you put it in reverse, it raises the plow. Really cool feature. Your audio is JBL audio. There are speakers in the A-pillars and down below. You can tune it for different sound levels, whatever you like. So that's the ride command. This shift lever moves very easily, very quietly. As you can see, I'm doing it with 2 fingers. And you can tell by the ride command unit down there that I'm going from reverse to drive to park. If you notice, there's no neutral on this lever, and that's because the neutral is down below here in this panel. You were to remove this panel, and there's your neutral lever. So if you pull that out and lock it, that'll allow you to move the machine without any, if you need to push it or tow it, that would allow you to do that. Up above here, you have switch panels available for different lighting. If you had a winch on the back, you could put a control in for that winch there, or you could use a remote. This is interesting here. This is the light I told you about doing the walk around. If it's in this position, center position like that, it will give you a reverse light. If you put it on like that, the light should be on out there all the time. This was not available in the old Rangers. Air conditioning controls. Are operated here. It has defrost vents on it. And what's different between the old Rangers and this one is this is basically what you see in your car or your truck. It's got different settings for different areas that you want to either heat or cool. So you can do floor, you can do vent and floor, all floor, defrost and floor, or defrost. The steering wheel on this unit can telescope and go up and down. So you get the ultimate fit when you're personalizing the vehicle for your driving style or what you need it to do. It just allows you to really get a personalized fit out of your unit. The seats are very, very comfortable. The other ones were a little smaller. They also come with headrests, which are higher and a lot more comfortable. The center console opens up to a storage bin. You put your stuff down in here. It's not waterproof, so you don't want to put anything in there that you do not want to get a little dirty or wet. It's good for tools, maybe some ropes, some straps, stuff like that. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the crew version of the XD 1500. Comes with 4 doors and seating in the rear, as well as power windows in the rear, which is another difference between the old style Ranger XPs and the 1500s. So the seating in the back is much larger. They're the same size as the front seats, where in the the XP1000 seats were a little bit smaller, not quite as comfortable. I'm 6'2", 250-ish, and I can comfortably sit in here and have no problem. Has a grab rail for the rear passengers, headrest in the back, so that you don't hit your head against the glass. The headrests are taken out in the front, which offers extremely good visibility out the front for your rear seat passengers. A lot of times riding in the back of a side-by-side, it's sort of claustrophobic where you don't have good visibility. The small touches like the handrail here, and if you look down here, there's a rubber little piece right here. If you'll notice, your leg fits nicely into that. And it's a place for you to rest your calf when you're in terrain where you're going to be sliding around quite a bit. It offers a resting place for your leg. Those are the little things that Polaris thought of when they built this machine, and those are the differences that can make or break your ride. One of the pillars of the 1500 is comfort. The other is strength and durability, which we'll talk about in the engine in the back. But the touches, like rear window controls, electronically controlled, are in the back for the passengers to adjust. Again, in the XP1000 versions, they weren't available. They were crank down windows in the back. Automotive grade headliner, deadens the sound, keeps it more environmentally friendly, whether it be heat or air conditioning. It's got a dome light that's standard. And as in the two-door version, you have the overhead console for added switches and the reverse cargo light switch to activate that. JBL audio is also standard in this unit. You can add secondary speakers in the back up here. They make a speaker kit to, if you want to increase your enjoyment of music while you're riding, that's available from Polaris as well. One other added feature to the seating in this unit is the fold-down armrest, cup holder, and gadget holder in the middle here. This offers the front seat passengers a place to rest their arms, as well as to hold their drinks. The two-door version has it as well, so it's in both units. The rear seats fold up like they did in the two-door. Again, you have the circle here is where you put a 5-gallon bucket. It's perfectly, that's where you place it, and when you lay the seat down, it lays down on the top of the lid. So a lot of people like to carry their tools in a 5-gallon bucket, or they need to carry chemicals or something where they don't want it to spill. That's where you would put it. That is a really good storage compartment. Also, you have added storage under here. Again, not waterproof, but out of the way. And again, that folds down. The XD1500 has a double overhead cam 3-cylinder engine. It's a 1.5 liter, 110 horsepower, and 105 foot-pounds of torque. It's coupled to a steel drive transmission, and that has huge advantages to maintenance as well as durability. 6,000 mile service interval on the belt, and the belt is a lifetime warranty. Anybody who's driven the old ones with the Kevlar belts, knows they wear out and there's issues with them. But this transmission is newly designed, well tested, and very durable. So again, this is Steve Marcus with Line Powersports. Really encourage you to come in and check out the 1500 in person. Till the end of the month, currently there's a $3,000 trade-in allowance on any of the XD models. So if you were thinking about it before, this is the time to do it. So come visit Best Line Powersports in Muncy, State College, or Hernley's down in E-Town for all your service, sales, parts, PG&A, and accessories. And thanks again.